Luigi wins by doing nothing. Everybody watched one of those videos at one point. You know, the videos where Luigi wins some Mario Party minigames without actually doing anything. A couple of weeks ago, I attempted to beat New Super Mario Bros. U while carrying Luigi around, so in a way, I wanted to see if it was possible for Luigi to beat this game without doing anything. And today, we're kinda doing the same thing, but with Luigi's very own adventure, New Super Luigi U. The rules are simple. We're going to try to beat New Super Luigi U while playing as Yellow Toad and carrying a non-moving Luigi with us. While carrying Luigi, it is no longer possible to wall jump. You can't use a fire flower, you cannot use the Acorn suit gliding ability, but worst of all, you can no longer dive and swim underwater. If you drop Luigi in the ocean, you can't grab him back, and that is a big problem. It actually means that we are going to have to avoid any underwater stages, as they're impossible in this quest. Dropping Luigi is allowed, but we're going to try to not do it a lot, only if truly necessary. Now that everything has been set, let's find out if we can actually beat the entire game with Luigi doing nothing. World 1-1 is quite easy, and that makes sense as it's the first level in the game. You'll want to be careful about the flying squirrel though, as they usually fly above you and you are way taller when carrying Luigi, so they can hurt you if you're not being careful. World 1-2 takes place underground, but it doesn't feature any narrow spaces where you need to drop Luigi. You'll want to time your jumps with the moving platforms, and this final part with the piranha plant is a little bit spooky, but it's not that hard. 1-Tower features those spinning cogs and gears everywhere, but there's just enough space for both Toad and Luigi to fit in the holes, so you'll make your way up without any major hurdles. That is, until you reach this part where there are some flames coming out of the gears. This gets tricky, but you can thankfully time your jumps and make it to the mad lad himself, Boom Boom, who, as you can see, is pretty easy to defeat. 1-3 is an easy level featuring tons of moving circular platforms. This makes you run super fast, so it means you'll clear this stage in no time. 1-4 takes place in the sky, and there are lots of moving mushroom platforms and lots of plants on them. This will lead to a couple of tight jumps in between those evil plants. 1-5 is a pretty easy level, but it does feature some evil plants in your way, and this is the part where I learned that if Luigi has a fire flower and you do a spin jump with Toad, you can actually throw some fire left and right and defeat enemies with it. It's slow, it's not precise, but it helps in this quest. Time for 1-Castle, a level that takes place in the dark. It's actually unsettling to see a castle that does not feature lava, but hey, just jump on those swinging platforms and you'll reach Lemmy real quick. Defeating him is super easy, as you don't even need to bounce on his bumps, as you can jump really high in this game. But if you decide to bounce just for fun, look how high you can go! Woo! 2-1 is home of the spikes. In fact, I even wondered if I wasn't actually playing New Super Spike U. As annoying as spikes can be, just run to the end of the stage and you'll be good. 2-2 takes place underground and features lots of moving platforms and pokies. You'll want to run super fast if you don't want to get squished in between the floor and the ceiling. 2-3 features so many piranha plants, it's insane. Plus, you can barely see where to go because of how dark this level is. And most of the platforms are moving up and down on a rail while rotating left and right. It is actually a very hard level, and dodging all of the plants is pretty much impossible. You'll probably want to damage boost through them. In 2-Tower, you need to spin those screws to make platforms appear and allow you to go up. The first set is pretty easy, but I have to admit that the second and third ones are not the nicest. Basically, you can't wall jump while carrying Luigi, and in a level like this, I really miss this ability. If you mess up a jump or barely touch the platform with Luigi, you'll instantly fall down and you'll need to start over. It is tedious and the final part is really stressful, but it is possible to do it. Thankfully, defeating Boom Boom is super simple and will take about 10 seconds. 2-4 is up, and this level contains a lot of those weird statues with eyes. You'd think jumping in between those is difficult, but it really isn't. You'll have nothing to worry about. 2-5 features those spikes that puke their spiky balls underneath them, but you have plenty of space to dodge everything, even with Luigi on your back. There's this one part where you absolutely need to jump, but that's it really. 2-6 contains more spinning wheel platforms, and just like in World 1, you can run super fast on those, so it's kinda cool. Jump on the geysers above the plants and you'll reach the end easily. Time for 2-Castle, a pretty standard castle level with nothing that will really put an end to this quest. Jump on Morton 3 times and you'll be good. Now we can either go to World 3 or World 4 directly, and even though I don't have any hopes for World 3 as it's a water world, let's just see how far we can get in that one anyways. 3-1 takes place on top of the water, so you'll complete the first part easily, but at one point you'll reach this part with 6 blocks and some enemy crabs. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can't dive underwater when carrying Luigi, so you just can't go under them, and if you're a dum-dum like me and you break all of the blocks, then you won't be able to jump up above. You'll be stuck. You'll need to be a big brain boy and only break some of the blocks in order to create a staircase leading to the top, and then you'll be good. That is, until you actually enter 3-2 and realize that it's an underwater stage. Oh yeah, we can't pick up or push Luigi underwater, and we can't swim anyways with him, so yeah, we can't get any further in this world. But let's go up there and reach the Frosted Glacier, or should I say World 4. 4-1 is full of bruisers, and to be real, these are really annoying because they punch some barrels on us, and at one point I got killed by the barrel, and that left poor Luigi alone with the 2 bruisers punching him. 4-2 takes place on those sesame mushroom platforms, and it features those sliding penguins that can be a pain in the butt. Not enough to stop us on this quest though. 4-Tower features a lot of icicles up above, but thankfully, even as tall as we can get while carrying Luigi, there's still plenty of room to move around without getting hurt by those. I don't need to mention that the Boom Boom fight is super easy, it's a given at this point. 4-3 features a lot of plants coming out of those pipes up above, and they even spit fireballs. As you can guess, this gets stressful real quick. Thankfully, it is possible to fit in between all of this without taking any damage. 4-4 is home of the scale lifts and the banzai bills. You'll definitely want to watch for your head in this stage, as there's a lot of things flying above you. 4-5 is usually a level where you grab a penguin suit and you slide like there's no tomorrow, but obviously, sliding cannot be done while carrying Luigi. You're now forced to take things slowly, and it actually makes this level a whole lot harder, especially in those parts where there are spinning platforms and plants just above them. It is a fun level nonetheless. 4-Ghost House is another level where you realize that not being able to wall jump is pretty sad, as it features those platforms moving in a wave pattern and you have to get close to those walls for them to disappear, but not too close or else you fall down. Then there are these huge circles full of evil boos. It is super scary to jump in between them and to fit in there, but believe it or not, there is room for Toad and Luigi in that middle ring. 4-Castle is next, and this level is spooky, starting off with you having to run underneath those evil thwomps. Oh, and then there's this part that requires you to do a wall jump to get up there, but it is impossible in this quest. We're actually going to need an Acorn suit for this one. But if both Luigi and Toad have an Acorn suit, then they can't fit underneath those thwomps at the beginning. So here's the thing, you'll need to jump to trigger the first thwomp, to then go back to the left, to then go back, and then you'll be okay for the remaining thwomps. Do a spin jump with Squirrel Luigi over there and you'll clear this gap. But don't feel confident yet, as the rest of the level is super stressful with the million thwomps falling down and potentially ruining everything, but it's actually possible to make it alive. The fight against Wendy is super easy compared to her castle, and on that note, World 4 is cleared. Before reaching Soda Jungle, we first need to clear 5-Airship, and although this stage doesn't contain an underwater section like its new Super Mario Bros. U counterpart, the boss fight is still against Submarine Bowser Jr. And no matter what I did, Jr. was always aiming at the poor defenseless, non-swimming, non-moving Luigi. I even tried switching Toad to player 1 instead of Luigi, but it is no use. Jr. really hates Luigi. And with that boss unbeatable, then the level is unbeatable, so we have to find another way to skip that one. Thankfully, there's a secret exit in World 2-4, so we'll head back there. Do a ground pound over here, and we'll unlock a secret exit. World 2-Plant is on our way, and at first I was really scared of this level as it features ladders. And if ladders are anything like vines were in New Super Mario Bros. U, then we're in big trouble. Luigi automatically grabs onto the ladder, but here's the thing, we can actually go underneath him as Toad and push him up using our Toad head. Once he's all the way up the ladder, just jump above and grab him up there. Woo! The ladders can be cleared. Completing this stage opens up a path leading straight to Soda Jungle 1, avoiding the airship level. Yes! But as you'll soon see, it ain't really that cool. Welcome to 5-1, a level that starts off with vines. Uh-oh. So yeah, here's the thing if you haven't watched the new Super Mario Bros. U video. No matter what you do, Luigi automatically grabs onto vines when he's in contact with them, even when you're carrying him on your head. So this means we'd have to find a way to go underneath the vine, and I did try that using an Acorn spin jump thingy, but no, sadly, there is not enough space. There's no way this is gonna happen. We are in big trouble. I guess we can hope for another secret exit maybe? Let's go back to World 4, shall we? 4-Ghost House is actually where we'll find our secret exit. Get Luigi up there, grab him back, and then go to the left over there to find a secret door leading to a brand new level. World 4-Walrus. This level is quite annoying with those boxes that make you bounce super high, and since there are icicles up there, this is bad news, but it is possible to beat it. Once we clear this stage, we get an express train straight to World 6. Yeah, choo-choo! 6-1 is a level that is full of fuzzies, but thankfully we can navigate our way around them and reaching the end won't be much of a problem. I was really scared about World 6-2. First off, it's called Porcupuffer Cavern, and the first part of the stage contains some water down there, so I was actually expecting an underwater stage on the other side of this pipe. The thing is, it's not! It is just an underground level featuring a little bit of water and a porcupuffer. Thankfully, we can just bounce on the node blocks to the end of the stage and clear it. 6-Tower is actually pretty easy. You'll have to avoid those spiky wheels rolling around the arena, but it's not that hard, and as usual, Boom Boom is no match for us. 6-3 is a vertical level where you need to climb up while dodging those spikes throwing out their spiky boulders. There's this one part where you need to throw Luigi and push him in order to fit through the gap, but that's it really. 6-4 takes place in a dark cavern that is full of fire-spitting piranha plants. The more you go through the level, the harder it gets, as more and more things can hurt you. 6-5 is very easy, and most of the plants in this level won't actually be a threat to us. 6-Tower number 2 is up, and you'll have to make your way up to the top of the tower by spinning those screws on the platforms. And sadly, you'll need to drop Luigi at one point because it's simply not possible to fit in between those two platforms. The boss of this tower is an original one. Sumo Bro might be original, but he's still super easy to defeat though. 6-7 is next, and this level is a little bit annoying because you need to hit those question mark switches in order to open up the path, and to do so, you'll need to drop Luigi as you're usually too tall when holding him. You'll also need to drop Luigi again before entering the pipe at the end if you don't want him to get hurt by this enemy. 6-Castle is next, and this one is actually the complete opposite of the previous one. There's a lot of switches everywhere, but you want to avoid them at all costs. hitting a switch makes you drop Luigi, and usually when hitting the switches, some blocks start falling down and they destroy our boy Luigi. Oh no, poor dude. Make some precise jumps underneath the switches and you'll soon reach our boy Roy and defeat him easily. Let's climb up and reach World 7. And 7-1 is a pretty easy level where you need to jump on those fuzzies after they've been frozen solid by the Ice Bros. You can also leave the penguin suit to Luigi and do some spin jump to freeze them yourself. 7-2 has tons of munchers, wigglers and other enemies, so watch out for that. 7-3 is a very easy level full of rainbow platforms. Dodge the bullet bills and watch out while going on the arrow platforms and you'll be all good. 7-Tower is full of dangerous moving platforms that could crush you at any moment if you're not being careful. Especially this final part here, where you definitely do not want to stop running. Defeating Kamek will not be very difficult and you'll be able to get to the next level. 7-Ghost House is actually a very easy one that doesn't feature any problem whatsoever for this quest. Just avoid those bad flying blocks and you'll be okay. 7-4 is full of clouds you can bounce on, and that's pretty fun. 7-5 has lots of spinning wheels and some plants and other hazards, but thankfully you can always fit in between all of it. 7-6 is the land of the snake blocks, and at one point I dropped Luigi by accident and the screen scrolling actually saved him. Unbelievable. 7-Castle is a very scary level that is full of those big walls that move left and right and can potentially push you around or crush you. You'll have to hide down in those little areas down there or jump above the whole thing if you want to make it out alive. Let's defeat Ludwig by jumping on his head and we can move on to the next one, 7-Airship. It's actually a pretty easy level if you're being careful and you dodge all of those little parachuting bombs. Defeating Bowser Jr. is also pretty easy, as you can just jump on his head when he comes down to punch you, and with that out of the way, we can move to the final world, Peach's Castle. 8-1 has lots of lava boulders falling from the sky, and this can be quite annoying when you're carrying Luigi, as it makes you quite tall. I died a lot of times in this stage, but I eventually made it to the end. Thankfully, 8-2 is very easy, as you can just ride the lava boat peacefully until you reach the end of the stage. 8-3 is full of gears spinning above the lava, and while this is annoying, it is not that difficult, so no worries. 8-Tower takes place on those platforms that you control by tilting the controller left and right. The only thing you need to watch out for are those electric enemies moving on those electric lines, and the falling bombs up above. Pay attention to all of this to reach the final level, 8-Bowser. This final stage starts off with Bowser Jr. trying to attack you, and he's quite annoying, making you drop Luigi or fall in the lava. But eventually, you'll enter the final door, dodge those fireballs, and reach Bowser. Beating him is super simple. Just wait for him to jump and then just go under him and touch that switch, and voila, you did it. But the true final fight is actually quite harder, as you need to climb aboard the Koopa Clown cart to then attack Bowser, but doing so leaves poor Luigi alone and vulnerable, so you'll need a little bit of luck. Thankfully, those mushroom bubbles are really helpful if Luigi gets hurt, so you'll definitely want to grab them all for him. And after 3 hits, Bowser is gone, the princess is saved, and peace returns to the Mushroom Kingdom. So, is it possible to beat new Super Luigi U while carrying Luigi? Yes it is. It was actually harder than I thought, with a lot of precise jumps in between enemies and a couple of hurdles along the way, you know, like underwater stages or that level with the vines, but with the secret exits, we did it. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to hit the notification bell, and if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. If you want to see more challenge videos like this one, tap the cards on screen right now, and I will see you in the next one.